Samsung's upcoming One UI 8.5 update is shaping up to be one of the most exciting software upgrades in recent years. While earlier versions mainly focused on speed, performance, and system optimization, this update appears to take a major step toward visual and functional redesign, especially with the new quick settings panel that could completely change the way Galaxy users interact with their phones. Over the years, Samsung's One UI has earned a reputation for its deep customization options. Every menu, subsetting, and even features like digital well-being have always carried Samsung's unique touch. But with One UI 8.5, the company seems to be pushing the limits of customization even further. Combining Android 16's new design elements with Samsung's signature user-friendly approach, the biggest highlight of this update is undoubtedly the redesigned quick settings panel. In older versions, customization was limited to rearranging or swapping tiles. Now, leaks suggest Samsung is introducing a much more flexible grid-based system that allows users to resize individual toggles. For example, the Wi-Fi or mobile hotspot tile can be made larger for quicker access, while less used options can be minimized to save space. This may sound simple, but it brings a real-world advantage. Imagine being able to place larger buttons for features like brightness or sound, and smaller ones for things used less often, such as airplane mode or screen rotation. The new grid layout lets users adjust the shape and size of tiles however they want, creating a setup that fits personal habits and preferences perfectly. Another smart change in One UI 8.5 is improved one-handed usability. Modern smartphones are large, and reaching icons near the top of the screen can be uncomfortable. Samsung's new panel design lets users move frequently used toggles to more convenient positions like the bottom right corner, making them easier to reach. With one thumb, even the brightness and volume sliders are getting a new level of flexibility. They can now be placed vertically, similar to what iOS offers, giving users more freedom in how they control their device. This small change adds convenience, especially for those who prefer a cleaner, space-saving look. What's also impressive is that Samsung is removing the fixed container structure that previously limited how icons could be placed. Now, quick settings tiles can be freely arranged without rigid groupings. Users can still organize icons and clusters if they want, but there's also room for creativity, like designing unique patterns or layouts that reflect personal style. While these may seem like aesthetic updates, they have real benefits for usability. Samsung isn't just chasing a sleek or glossy look like Apple's liquid glass approach. Instead, it's focusing on clarity, accessibility, and practical design. Every icon, slider, and animation is meant to be more intuitive, all while keeping the signature One UI look that Galaxy fans love. Interestingly, Samsung is changing its release timing strategy this year. Previously, 0.5 updates were launched alongside new foldable devices, but with One UI 8 already introducing Android 16 integration, One UI 8.5 seems to be arriving earlier than expected. This means users might not have to wait long to experience these exciting changes, although the update hasn't been officially confirmed. Leaked builds already give a solid idea of what's coming, including smoother animations, privacy improvements, and minor visual tweaks. However, the quick settings redesign is clearly the star of the show because it directly improves day-to-day interaction with Galaxy devices. This feature also highlights what makes Samsung's version of Android so special: true customization. While Google's Android 16 allows some flexibility in rearranging tiles, Samsung's design goes several steps further, giving users the ability to create open spaces, adjust tile sizes, and personalize layouts like never before. If these leaks turn out to be accurate, Samsung could set a new standard for Android customization. Other brands might even take inspiration from this approach, as it perfectly balances simplicity, personalization, and functionality. Of course, as with all beta stage updates, there's a chance that some features could change or even be removed before the official release. But if Samsung delivers on these promises, One UI 8.5 could easily become one of the most impactful software upgrades in the company's history, not just for how it looks, but for how it enhances daily usability. In the end, One UI 8.5's new quick settings design isn't just about visuals, it's about giving users complete control over their experience. Every toggle, slider, and shortcut can now be positioned exactly where it makes the most sense. This is what makes this update stand out. A small but powerful step that brings personalization, practicality, and elegance together in one unified design. Samsung's One UI has always been about making Android simpler without taking away flexibility. And with One UI 8.5, that philosophy seems to reach a new level of refinement and freedom. If the leaks hold true, Galaxy users are in for a truly meaningful upgrade that redefines how a smartphone should feel in everyday use.